The scriptures divides human behavior into three kinds. Some of you would have heard all these three, but let me explain it to you from a perspective probably not thought about. They're also called the three gunas: tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. You heard about these three?
Yes.
Now let me explain these three in a way which is relevant to this session. Tamasic is a quality that I need to rest, to relax. Rajasic is a quality I need for ambition, for actions, motivation, drive. Now that is what is done when I have Rajasic. What is Sattvic? I'll explain to you after a few minutes. Let me explain these two in greater details. Now here my request to you will be, mirror it with your life to find out who you are and where you are. This is very interesting. Maybe you will smile, maybe you will frown, maybe you will laugh at your own stupidity. But it is very, very interesting. The excess of tamasic, we also call that as tamas. Tamas comes from tam, which means darkness. Rajasic from rajas, which also means control, rule, dominate. So when there is excess of tamas, the first stage, the mild stage, is when people feel lazy. Have you ever felt lazy? Yes. Don't say no. Yes. So you know those people who are not responding, they are looking at me like this permanently. And as I say yes or no, मतलब मुंह खोलना पड़ता है, बोलना पड़ता है, तब मेहनत कौन करेगा? बाकी लोग हैं ना, बोल रहे हैं ना, ठीक है ना, चल रहा है. This is what example of. Now you might want to prove that you don't have tamasic, hence you will start responding. Anyway is acceptable to me. As long as you and yes you are, the objective is served. So first stage of excess tamas is, I become a lazy person. Now these are the people where a glass of water is over there, they are watching TV, but it's not in easy reach, you know, it's 4 inches away. And then they will call out, Mummy! Mummy comes, kya order? Mama feels like whacking them. What are they? Tamasic. So the first stage of excess tamas is laziness. Now I can understand if you feel this excess tamas once in, let's say 3-4 times in a month. हो जाता है कभी. But if it is 3-4 times every hour, then it's a major cause of concern for everybody. The future of your life is at stake. Some of them define laziness. The definition of laziness is incomplete without your example. Now please don't belong to that category. What is the next level? You know, there are higher levels of laziness. Level number 2 is sab kaam taal mator. Jo kaam abhi ho sakta hai, hum baad mein kare. These people are emergency addicts. Till emergency has come, they won't move. Typically you will see children 10 days before exam how they study. 22 hours, 23 hours, पूरा नाइट मार रहा है. और उसके पहले तालम तो ये काम अभी कर ले, थोड़ा करता. These are people who will have food and then they cannot go to wash their hands for half an hour. They'll keep it like this only. हाँ धोना है, रुक ना थोड़ा, जाएंगे. house where the mother shouts every day, "Jaldi kar." You can hear this echo in many houses. Poor mother, when she wakes up, the first words are not, "Hey Bhagwan, Ya Allah." First words are, "Jaldi kar." And next 2 hours she'll keep on screaming at the children, "Jaldi karo, jaldi karo, jaldi karo." Then there is a marathon race from their house to the bus. And sometimes they run the marathon with the tiffin box behind them. Everything talented. If they have to wake up at 6 o'clock, they can't wake up at 6 o'clock. 6:02, 6:05, 6:10, 6:15, 6 o'clock. Who sets the bell for 6 o'clock in the morning? Them only. And in the morning when that bell goes, the first thought is, "Kaun bewakoof laga hai?" See, if you want to wake up at 6:05, put 6:05, no? But they trust their inability so much. Have you seen these mad houses where they keep the watch 10 minutes fast? Oh, you also have it in your house. Kya kaam se hai? You have kept it 10 minutes late. You know it's 10 minutes late. अरे मैं ऐसा ही है, वो 10 मिनट लेट देखता है ना तो ही चालू होता है। क्या इंसान है? Master of your life, control your destiny, do whatever you can, self-belief. On the watch there is no control. Degree number 2 of tamas. I'm expecting a few of you will go home. Look at that watch. And correct it right, set it right. Tomorrow if you get up late, don't blame me. कि नरेंद्र ने सही कराया ना, इसके वजह से देखो आज हम लेट हो गए. You have to say extra tamas inside me. That's why it got talentoli and did it. These are the people who pay the electricity bill in the last day. The phone bill in the last day. These are the businessmen who deposit money in the last moment inside the bank. When the bank manager says, "Abhi paisa nahi hai," boss aa raha hai, abhi aane wala hai, poochne wala hai. You know this beggary? Excess of tamas. Are you able to see yourself somewhere? Yeah. Don't say yes. It might damage your reputation with your neighbors. But if you are courageous to, what the hell yaar, isme kya hai, main jo hai wo hai. It happens. Little higher. Then you have this dialogue which is permanent. बहुत बोल मार रहा है. Do you see this? बहुत बोल मार रहा है. What is बहुत बोल मार रहा है? I don't want to do anything, but something should happen by which my life becomes interesting. That is what is बोल मार रहा, right? मैं कुछ नहीं करेगा. बहुत बोल मार. सब अच्छा शॉपिंग चलेगा नहीं यार, बहुत बोल. चल मूवी चलते नहीं यार, बहुत बोल मार रहा है. उसी को मार. Excess tamas. सब चीज में बोर मारता हूँ. Now why don't you do this work that is pending? Mood नहीं. So why don't you do that work which is pending? Mood नहीं. Why don't you do this work? मेरा जान के पीछे मत पड़ो. But you only are saying बोर मार रहा है. I am giving you avenues by which your boar can go. Tamas. A little more. Little more भी होता है, हाँ होता है. Little more is depression. Where you choose to be sad, you start enjoying your own sadness. मैं बहुत दुखी है. क्या हुआ? छोड़ दे. अरे बता ना. जान दिया. तेरा भी मुंह खराब हो गया. And as they are going, you are saying, "Take back." मैं बताता हूँ. Same issue you have told 100 people. You're sitting inside an auto, you start discussing with that auto rickshaw fellow. भाई साहब की शादी हो गई? नहीं, मत कर। बहुत हालत खराब है मेरा। क्या हुआ? ठीक है, एक लंबा रूट लो, मैं सुनाती है। You see these people, depression, sad, permanent, दुखी आत्मा. They can't smile. You crack the best of jokes. Maximum. देखा ऐसे इंसान लोगों को जिनको लकवा लगा हुआ? Their laughter is that लकवा वाला reaction. तो तमस है. Highest level is suicidal tendencies. Who commits suicide? Nothing is good in my life, nothing is interesting in my life. So I want to put a permanent stop to everything. I want total rest. Suicide. I can tell you, act. I can tell you the fourth monkey says, act. But everything in tamas also involves some kind of an action. This is tamas. So it starts with laziness, then becomes delay, postpone things. Perfect word in English is procrastination. Everything you delay for some time. You delay it as long as it can be delayed. Procrastinate. Then it becomes boredom. Bahut bore maar raha hai. Then it becomes depression. Then it becomes suicidal tendencies. Now in the class when you discuss with children, you need not discuss about suicidal tendencies. I am giving you so that you can have complete information. And in case somebody comes to you with this kind of a talk, you need to take them up beyond all these things. You need not be scared if somebody is saying, I want to commit suicide. You know, it is just a status which can be transformed. This is tamas. This comes rajas. Rajas helps me to act to get something. It's an action which is about acquiring. Excess of rajas. What does it lead to? Stage number 1, restlessness. You see these people always restless. They can't sit peacefully. They can't stand peacefully. They are the people who do like this. Some of you, as you talk inside the classroom, just find out how is it that you talk. Are you able to talk properly balanced?
Yes.
Or is it that you become like that grandfather's pendulum clock? Have you seen those clocks? Old time grandfather had a pendulum. Down, down, down. This becomes your pendulum. Just visualize how you talk inside the classroom. Are you stable? Or are you so restless you keep on moving? You don't need to answer. Next time when you are in the classroom, now you'll understand. Oh, I'm Sattvic. And then suddenly you forget the chapter. Because the chapter, who am I? What is my topic? Now you have a risk when you go inside the classroom. I will come more than the subject. First stage is restlessness. Now these people cannot sit quietly. Say for example, if they are in the class right now. Now what happened? The hair was there, it is still there. But we can't hold ourselves. Especially with women, you know, some of you who have that scorpion in your hair, that clip scorpion, they're sitting, suddenly they'll take the scorpion. And I was speaking with so much animation. जुड़ा बरोबर था. I mean, why do you have to do that in front of me? But they do that. I also found ladies doing this. Those who have carried pallu. Every 2 minutes. You decided to keep it. And then relax. As if the hands are lost inside a jungle, not knowing where to go. But excess of rajas, something has to be done. Kuch to karu. And some of them keep on. You have 7 extra hair. Either give it to me. I need it. Or put one clip. I will sponsor it. Or cut it. But don't keep on doing it. And some you will see them doing. As the hair comes after 2 minutes, comes back. And goes back. Go to the village, use your breath to cook some meal. It will be useful for people. Sattvic. Restless. These people, when they sit, they can't sit like this. Keep on moving their leg. I recommend, if you have such person in your life, put one sewing machine under the leg. Stitch some blouse, shirt, pant, kuch to be stitching. That energy will be used. Right now it's getting totally wasted. Relax. If you enjoy your posture like this, sit like this. Perfectly okay. What is this? And in case they have pen in their hand, and these modern day people you will find. In 1 minute if the phone has not rung, signal. If somebody wants you, they will find a way to reach you. Have you seen these people? Every 2 minutes they will have to take the mobile out. Relax, chill. These people, when they sit across a table and if there is a paperweight on the table, they can't resist. It's like you are the iron and that is the magnet. You go and take it. And if it is a glass one, you're scared. Cup फिसल गया है मेरे सामने. Every time it does that, you feel like going back. Tremendously restless people. These people can't watch one channel in the TV. They put some channel, you start enjoying, takam, क्या change क्यों किया? अरे मेरे मजा, बोल. These are two combinations, both extremes. And so many of you will find yourself in that state. Sometimes excess tamas, sometimes excess rajas. After restlessness, what happens? They find they are bombarded with thoughts. Too many thoughts are coming. These people can't sleep easily. Their body keeps on moving as they sleep. आराम से सो बहुत कोशिश कर रहे हैं. So much thoughts, the body goes wild. Higher levels of rajas becomes irritation. Smallest of things people get irritated. Smallest of things. Let's say for example one mobile rings for 3 seconds, they will get irritated. Hey, kaun hai? Relax. Somebody else is conducting the program, he will know how to deal with it. They get irritated. Current goes, they get irritated. Monsoon has come, they are irritated. Monsoon does not come, they are irritated. They have decided to live an irritated life. Elections are there, they are irritated. Elections are not there, they are irritated. You gift them something, they are irritated. Kai ko kharcha karte hain? You don't give them, nobody loves me. You stand in front of them, they'll say, kya khajur ke ped ki tarah khada hai? You sit down in front of them, kya yahan faltu ka baitha jaake kuch karo? They live their life with only one condition, and that is be irritated all the time. Have you seen such people? Yes. You are one of them? All the time irritated?
No,
somebody is driving slow on the road, you are irritated. Itna jaldi chala raha hai. Somebody overtakes you, you are irritated. Kya kaun hai? Mere ko irritated? Mere ko overtake? Permanently irritated people. Hybridize. Other extreme, people who get angry like this, screaming, shouting, blaming, criticizing. They need half an excuse to fight. These are the people who can stop a rickshaw fellow on the road, probably slap him twice because the rickshaw fellow did not show his hand before he took a left. They will give a driving license to the rickshaw fellow. Raste mein chalana nahi malum tere ko. Chhodna, you don't even know what are the tragedies he has in his life. Poor fellow earns 150 rupees per month, per day. And in that he has to live his life, he has to educate his children, get them married, pay rent for the house in which he lives, listen to galis, listen to threats. And if one person has disease in their family, gone. So as that fellow is driving, you don't even know what are the struggles he has. So when somebody does not behave well on the road, the least you can do is pray for them. In case you are going through some trouble, my prayers is, may it get solved. But highly Rajasic people can't do that. They have to go and fight. They have to go and fight. These are the people who fight with their neighbors, fight with police, fight with people on the road, fight with the waiter in a restaurant. They go there and they ask, "Bulao usko, manager ko bulao." And the entire family with them is embarrassed. Chodo na, jaane do na. Nahi, nahi, aise kaise jaane dega? Bulao. Very high Rajasic. Higher than that is violence. Small things. They don't just get angry, but they actually start fighting. They become physical in their violence. And the highest is, when in violence I start getting joy. In English there is a word called sadist. In making somebody sad, I find celebration. किसी को दुखी देख के ना बड़ा आनंद आता है. I was discussing in the Sunday morning meetings that we have, why does rape happen? Rape is never about sex. Sex is available at a cheaper rate with hardly any significant negative consequences. So for sexual drive, I need not rape. I rape because I want to dominate. I want to see that woman helpless under me. I want to see her crying, I want to see her anguish, and that is giving me satisfaction, which I can't get when I buy sex from somewhere. So rape is not about sex. Rape is about getting joy by exploiting somebody, getting joy by seeing somebody helpless. That is the height of Rajas. I want to dominate others. I want to control others. I want to make people miserable. And in that, I find my identity, I find my joy, I find my drive. Once again, you need not discuss the last stage with the children. They are too young to even understand what this is. Unless you are that kind of a teacher who can openly discuss about sex and rape inside the classroom, where you want the children to understand these aspects of life, avoid this last stage. I need tamas to rest. Tamas is not bad. Excess of tamas is. I need Sattvic for my drive. I need Rajasic for my drive. If I don't have Rajas within me, I wouldn't do a program like this. It would have been, अपना लाइफ सब ठीक ठाक ही तो चल रहा है, अपने को जो चाहिए मिल रहा है ना, क्यों इतना सब कर लेंगे? किसके लिए कर लेंगे? अपने को क्या आना जाना है? If I don't have that Rajasic, I wouldn't have drive, I wouldn't have ambition, I wouldn't ask this question, what else can I do? I need Rajasic. I need Tamasic. But I need both of them in a balance. When they are in the right balance, plus high energy levels, then I become a superb human being. So when rest is required, I will rest. When my work is there, I will work full on. I will see what I can do with my life. I will also see what can happen to your life. I will become an inspiration not only to myself, but to everybody around me. So the fourth monkey says, act good. Now act good means not just tamas, not just rajasic, but sattvic. What is sattvic? When rajasic and tamasic is balanced, I pack it with high energy levels, I become a sattvic person. If any one of you know somebody who is an Ayurveda, they will tell you any disease is an imbalance of the three gunas inside you. Some disease because of rajasic, some disease because of tamasic. You need to do all those things which can make you sattvic. We will not move into the food aspect in today's class or in today's session because that is not the topic. But that is why they promote sattvic food. How do I become a sattvic person? Can it be just by decision? Can it be just by food? If it is about food, from where do I go and find out, and what will kids do to get that kind of food? If they are in a family where the mother says, Maggie khalo, what will they do? They are a little dependent. Because we don't have large joint families anymore, where one or two are dedicated only to food. We live in nuclear families, where it's husband, wife and the children. And if both mother and father are earning, then even more is the complicated food cycle that we have. So, in all these circumstances, how do I still live a sattvic life? All that I have discussed till now is the build-up to what we are going to discuss now. All that we have discussed till now is the preparation for what is necessary now. What helps me to convert myself from the excess of tamas and from the excess of rajas into a sattvic person is meditation. From the excess of rajas into a sattvic person is meditation. So the next step is meditation. So the first is awareness, then it is the three new monkeys, then it is the fourth one, which is called act, and in the fourth one we had three sections, tamasic, rajasic and sattvic. How to ensure we move to the third layer which has the best possible actions? The answer lies in the next point, and that is meditation. Are you getting the flow of the entire subject? Yes. What happens in meditation? I'll discuss with you about the benefits, but first let me give you a scientific explanation of what happens when you meditate. The human brain is an electrochemical entity. It produces waves. Everything in this world is vibrations. There are four kinds of waves, or there are four kinds of vibration which the brain produces. And depending on what is the kind of waves and vibrations I have, my personality emerges. The first, very haphazard, very sharp, very narrow intro is called the beta wave. If you want, just write down those words, very common words, all of you must be knowing it, but not in this context. So first is beta, then is alpha, then is theta, and then is delta. Again, delta will not be so relevant to the kids, but you just need to give them this information. I will give you complete information so that you have all the knowledge with you. Delta. You know that delta is the widest. That's the widest part of the ocean. So that's what delta is all about. Where you are in touch with the source. Where you are going and meeting your existence. Where you are becoming one. So that is what delta signifies. Delta is necessary for those who have high spiritual aspirations. Otherwise, whenever we have spiritual aspirations, we need to understand these things. What is beta? Now when I live my day-to-day life, when I am involved in an action which requires my intelligence and focus, when I am performing under pressure, when somebody is judging me and I am being evaluated, when I am competing where I have to win and others are also against me, whom I have to defeat or I have to do better than them, not exactly defeat. Say for example, right now what I am doing requires me to be in beta. Right now you are actively involved with me, requires you to be in beta. When you stand and teach inside the classroom, requires you to be in beta. When you are worried, when you are stressed, when you are scared, you are in the beta state. In the beta state, minimum resources are used. Unfortunately, most of us depend only on the beta state for us to live our life. So when we have thousands of thoughts in my mind, and I am going mad, oh baapre, itna kaam karna hai, under pressure, I am performing out of beta. Unfortunately, most human beings will know only the beta state of life. This helps you to survive. This does not help you to excel. Stage number 2 is alpha. Alpha is your relaxed state of mind. When you are chilled out, when you are absolutely comfortable, when there is no pressure. You don't know why, but you are enjoying the moments. When you can effortlessly sing a song, when you can dance a few steps, not because you are performing, but you just feel that joy flowing through you and it emerges, it's reflected in the dance step. When you are in love with somebody, when you come home and see your loved one and you just want to hug them and just want to move in a small dance with them, you are in your alpha state. This is the state when I am at a very positive frame of mind. This is the state when I am open to suggestions. This is a state when I can absorb through observations effortlessly. So as you say something, I listen and it becomes a part of my life. One statement and I can recollect it at any given point of time. I was in the alpha state. Same thing has to be told 100 times, and yet I have to tell you the 101st time. Every time I told you, you were in the beta state of mind. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes.
Am I making some sense to you?
Yes.
Yes.
So one is beta state and the other is alpha state. On a lighter side, Why do beautiful ideas, thoughts comes to us inside the bathroom? Ever thought about it? उस जगह ऐसा क्यों आता है? Of course, some of my friends used to tell me, इसीलिए उस जगह को शौचालय बोलते हैं. The idea is, you are so relaxed over there. You are in the alpha state. You know, that's why some of them are bathroom singers. Give an audience to them. And inside the bathroom, with full masti, Naren. Inside the bathroom they can do this. One person in front of them, what happens? Some of you would have experienced it as you are walking down these stairs. You are singing full on, ekdam bindas, and suddenly one person also walks up. Tu hi. Does it happen to you? Few seconds earlier you were in alpha state, absolutely relaxed. Now suddenly somebody is listening, you are under pressure. क्या सोचेगा मेरे बारे में? You came back to beta. Now you are not able to perform. If any one of you wants to be a good artist, you have to be in alpha state. That's when inspiration strikes. Because an artist will be criticized. You make a movie like Tare Zameen Par, there is an artist, and he will be criticized. Why he is exploiting people who have this disease. You make a Devdas, it's an artist, he will be criticized. So an artist has to be ready to be criticized all the time. Now if you don't know how to take the opinion of the world, you are gone. That's why so many models commit suicide. Always under pressure in the public eye, somebody is a little more beautiful than gets better breaks, and they are gone. Sitting and doing the process is one of the processes that I will practice with all of you today. Will take you from beta to alpha. Then you will experience that peace, that joy, that lightness, that inner happiness, which is what brings the best out of you, which is what leads you to what we have just discussed as Sattvic. What is Theta? Theta is the state of meditation, where your thoughts are down, your observation is there, you are consciously alert. Some insights, ideas come. You begin to question a lot of your judgments. You want to go in search of truth. You go beyond illusions and imaginations. Like Einstein would say, the biggest optical illusion in the world is we thinking we are separate. Einstein. Are we actually separate? It's an optical illusion. I see my body and I see it's mine. I see her body and it's hers. So we are so separate. Einstein says it's an optical illusion. All of us are actually one. I was seeing a video which was sent to me by my friend Aditya a few days back, and there they have interviewed people who have gone up to space. And from space, they make one statement, and that is, the entire earth looks like one living organism. Full earth is one living organism. No countries, no boundaries, no genders. No, this is mine, this is yours. This is what we have, this is all that we have. It's one living organism. So when you move to Theta, this idea of separateness seems to get questioned, and you begin spiritual awakening. You go beyond your senses to understand the truth and the reality. go to Delta, you are anchored onto reality. You are not searching anymore. You know it. One is a thought, we should not be angry. The other is, anger does not come. Delta is, anger does not come. Delta is, now I am beyond genders. I don't see myself as a man. You don't see yourself as a woman. We know all at once. There is nothing called a male thought or a female thought. There is nothing called a male blood or a female blood. I am also not my gender. Now when I evolve, and if I am anchored on the delta, now that is the person who can be a guru, in whose presence all your illusions just get dropped. Before you tell somebody a guru, qualify that person. Because he's read some scriptures, because he can say 4 lines of your scriptures, because he can talk a few words in meditation, doesn't make them a guru. A guru is a person who is anchored onto delta. We are not talking about delta at this level in this program. It is beyond the scope of our discussion. I am mentioning it because you should know there are the 4 states. What is our concern is beta and alpha. We are not ready even for theta. Now I am giving you a scientific explanation on what happens to you when you meditate. When you meditate, there are enough EEG machines and all the other scientific machines which can measure the waves that your brains are emitting, and they will be able to read the beta waves are becoming alpha waves. Now imagine when the student is sitting inside the classroom, peaceful, ready to absorb. Focus is high, concentration is high, memory is high. He listens to the teacher explaining something. He hears that explanation once and it's a part of him. He doesn't have to go for tuitions. He doesn't have to go and write the papers at home. He doesn't have to read the text 4 times. He doesn't have to go through first revision, second revision, third revision. A teacher explains once and it's a part of him. Normally things which would irritate doesn't come as irritation. I am the master of it. Normally what would hurt me doesn't hurt me because I understand maybe he is going through some difficulty in his life. And I stay focused on the path. So somebody says, "Hey idiot! Now for 2 hours my peace is not gone. How dare he call me idiot?" Now you do that when you are in the beta state. You are alpha. "Hey idiot, man." So, hey, let me stay focused on my work. That's his opinion. India is a free country. Everybody can have any opinion they want. If that's what he thinks, that's what he thinks. I mean, I can't blame him. Let me stay focused. I can do that when I'm in the alpha state. So if the student meditates and develops this kind of a personality, there is a balance between tamas and ratsic, and they start moving slowly and steadily stronger towards the sattva. They develop this ability. Beta will come. I have to perform, it will come. But when that is over, the pressure is over, I am back to alpha state, once again into a receptive frame of mind. Meditation helps you to increase my concentration. It helps me to improve my memory. It helps me to improve my health. It helps me to improve my emotional well-being. It helps me to develop an ability to practice, see good, hear good, speak good, act good. Which is what Sattva is all about. the first session, we are going to teach the kids how to meditate. They will do meditation 3 times a day. Not more than 10 minutes every time. But if they can do this consistently, they will find a dramatic change in their life. But for them to first do it and for you to inspire them, you need to practice it on yourself. See the benefits and then go and take it to the kids. Are you ready for the process?
Yes.
I will take you through a process. All you need to do is just listen to me and cooperate with me. If you have any inhibition over here, any block over here, any resistance over here, you can immediately drop it. Just be open. See it as an experiment. Watch what happens. Practice it consistently. You will see a huge and a remarkable difference in your life. And then you will take it. It needs a quiet body to have a quiet mind. A restless body cannot have a quiet mind. There will be a few stages to the process. First, I'll explain everything to you. I'll explain to you in little detail. You take it to any level that you want to take it with the children inside the classroom. Stage number 1, you will keep your body absolutely rock still. If your body is made of a rock, how will you keep your body? Now that will be stage number 1. Except breathing. Please continue to breathe. Rock still does not mean then we need a few ambulances outside. Keep all the other parts of your body absolutely motionless. And only your breathing, the slightest, the lightest movement of your breathing will happen. As you sit, some part of your body will start talking to you saying, move. The body does not want to become your slave, it wants to be the master. So it will say, move. Say for example, you're sitting and suddenly you will feel one mosquito is sitting over here. So you will need one urgent need to throw it away. Don't move. How much blood will that mosquito take? If it takes, how much will it take? 1 drop? 2 drops? 1 liter? How much? How much? How much will it take? Few drops, right? Become involuntary blood donors. But tell the mosquito, take 1 more. Go. Call your girlfriend also. Go. But your body will remain rock still. Then I will guide you through something. Allow my voice to tell you what you are supposed to do. Don't resist. Kaiko. Kyun. Just do what I am asking you to do. Then I will tell you, shift your entire focus onto your breathing. My emotions and my breath is directly connected to each other. When I am angry, how do I breathe? When you are angry, how do you breathe? Just visualize yourself angry. All of you breathe as if you are very angry. How will you breathe? Come on. Fast. I am not saying tell me, I am saying show me. How will you breathe when you are angry? See, you are resisting. Like this, you can't be angry. You start breathing like this, right? When you are angry? Or when you are angry, do you breathe like this? Any one of you have the potential to be angry like this? Not possible, right? When you are afraid, how do you breathe? Faster? Like this you start breathing? Any one of you, when you are afraid, you breathe like this? Which means if you have to master your emotions, what needs to be done?
Control your...
Change your breathing. Simple. So you don't have to go through emotional therapy class. You don't have to do anything else. You don't have to do tapasya with one leg from here, coming from here and stepping like this. Nothing like that has to be done. You want to master your emotions, you think you are having negative emotions, all you need to do is few deep breaths and you can feel the change. So I'll ask you to just focus on your breathing. You don't have to become deep breathers. Don't change your breathing. Just watch your breathing. Just observe what is your breathing style, what is your breathing pattern. How is it that you are normally breathing? Are you one of those shallow deep breathers? Many of us breathe like this. That is why we are an open invitation to negative emotions. If we develop a breathing pattern which goes like, naturally it will be difficult for negative emotions to come to us. So stage number 1, just body rock still. Then I'll tell you to do something, just do that. Then stage number 2, you will just observe your breathing pattern. You know, sometimes we have to give children some colorful toy to play. Then the child gets distracted towards that toy. Have you done that? Given children some toys to play. Now we are going to give a toy for us to play with. We will give a toy to our breathing to play with. So that the breathing now gets transformed from the regular steady breathing pattern that we have into a better breathing. You know how important it is to breathe well? Yet nobody teaches us how to breathe. We are taught how to walk, how to run, how to write, how to read. If I am taught how to breathe well, so much of my life will become okay. We will give our breathing one toy. When the child cries, the voice that it makes is said to be a voice which is going like koham, koham. That's called the cry of the child, koham. Koham also means a question, who am I? Universe, it seems, answers to koham koham, saying soham. Soham means I am you. What we are going to do is, in this stage, I will ask you to inhale, and as you inhale, you will say inside your mind silently, so. And when you exhale, the sound that you will say inside is hum. So it will be like, so inhalation is so, hum, so, hum. This is nothing but a colorful toy that I am giving to my mind for my mind to play with. When there is a colorful toy, it attracts the child. Similarly, my breathing and my mind has to be attracted to this process so that I experience the depth. Hence this toy called so hum, so hum, so hum. Clear to you?
Yes.
Then we go through the almost the final stage of the process. I will guide you throughout. Please close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. Just realize your breathing. Now start doing deep breathing. Breathe a little deeper than your normal breathing patterns. Now with every breath, listen to yourself saying so hum. With inhalation so, with exhalation hum. body stays rock still. Now visualize you saying it to your neighbor. See yourself doing it at that volume. Now see yourself chanting so that people who are 10 feet away from you can listen. Now in your mind, see yourself doing it so that people who are there on the lawns can listen to you. Body rock still. Now see yourself doing it so loud that even the stars are able to listen. Now gently bring yourself back to this hall and breathe Soham so that just your neighbor can listen. Resume normal breathing. Very, very gently, please open your eyes.